Men of multipliers, back with Leo. If you missed the first video, go back and watch it. Leo raised $48 million for Remind. Some of you guys on the brokerage side might be aware of that. He also runs Washington Capital, which is the largest hard money lender. I guess you'd say hard money or private money lender in the Mid-Atlantic. And you guys deploy $400 million a year on the street. So Leo's a guy that knows how to raise capital, and him and I have been talking about what can we learn from your experience. And one of the second principles that you wanted to make sure that we understood was making sure that you educate and you put at the forefront the possibility to your lenders of loss. And that guys sometimes don't do this. They hide this or try to oversell. Talk to us about this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care what part of the business we're talking about. I think under-promising and over-delivering is really good, and especially when you're advertising returns. I mean, not only do you get unhappy investors, you could also get yourself in trouble depending on the type of investment you're creating. I mean, if you're taking money from accredited versus non-accredited is another whole thing we could talk about. But it's very important that people don't overestimate stuff. A lot of returns are predicated on a pro forma. And, you typically may have a pref with a waterfall and then IRR. And I see way too many guys advertising the best possible scenario and not really educating that, if it's an equity investment, whether it's in real estate or operating business, the downside is zero. And I don't think people articulate that and say, there's a chance this goes to absolutely zero. It could be a very small chance. And these are the things that would have to go wrong in that case. But those words need to come out of your mouth. I recently had somebody tell me that, they invested in what they thought was debt and it turned out to be equity. And they didn't understand that zero could be the outcome. So I think you win a lot more friends by being upfront with that and then over delivering on what actually happens. But I don't think enough people say, this is your downside. And, make sure, because when you articulate that, people then only put money at risk that they can afford to lose versus some percentage of money that they need to operate their business or their life. And that's the last thing you want to be in the situation where a deal goes sour and that person needed that equity to run their business or their household.
Yeah. And one of the things you said is even if you see or confident about a certain return that you're going to provide, you might actually even downplay that a little bit because you want to really underpromise and overdeliver, where the other guy might come in strong and go, hey man, this is what this deal is going to provide, and oversell it. You kind of come in and undersell it, correct?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Leo, another great principle. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And for those of us that are salesmen by nature, we need to back down a bit and understand the importance of authenticity and coming in and telling our investors really the whole story and not overselling. As we say, and you said, under promise, over deliver. All right, men of multipliers, we'll talk to you later.